Hey everybody, thanks for coming to my channel. My name is Bud Brown. Me and my wife are living here in Dumaguete City, Philippines. Been here a few years. When I first got here, my heart really went out to these street boys, that is, kids that were sleeping on the sidewalk on these cardboard boxes, cardboard material. And so I would bring flip-flops, which they call chinilas. Hoy! Hoy! Gusto mo chinilas o ayaw mo na? So I did that for a long time, and one day I was going to McDonald's, and we saw this little boy sleeping in the McDonald's parking lot. And a lot of you know the story of Little John already, but since I have a lot of new subscribers, I'm going to take just little bit of time to explain the history. So this boy that was sleeping, turns out that his parents, at least he said his parents had abandoned him, and he was, just sleeping there and hoping somebody would, give him food. So Gloria and I, he was about 11, 12 years old. His name was John. We just nicknamed him Little John. So we gave him a backpack and we gave him some food. And first thing I tried to do was go to the police station to see if anything could be done. But I understand how the police, see negative situations every day, and so their response, not surprisingly, was just don't have anything to do with those street kids. They're nothing but trouble. But John had a real pleasing and pleasant personality. We really fell for him, and I just wanted the best for him, but I didn't know how. Some people would say, why didn't you adopt him? But hey, two old people, American people, and a young Filipino boy. No, he needed Filipino parents, young parents. So to make a long story short, it ended up, there was a fellow named Arnell that he had seen my videos about John and told his wife that we've got to adopt this boy. So they did. And this is just kind of what I heard about rumors around, among the street kids. So I told Gloria, we should go and check out the parents, because we don't know if they're taking him in as a slave boy or what. So we did. We went, and I'd heard rumors that he was going to this one elementary school about 45 minutes away. So I went there. Now, all this is in my older videos, and I can give you links to those so you can kind of get a blow-by-blow report on what's going on, exactly how it developed. But anyway, I went there, talked to some teachers, and as I was walking by, I heard this little voice yell out, "Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown." I turned around, and there he was, all cleaned up. Of course, when he was, sleeping in the park, actually he ended up sleeping in the field, because it was a field right behind the McDonald's parking lot. But anyway, he was pretty shaggy looking. But now that he was in school, he had a uniform and haircut, and I was so happy. Brought me to tears, actually. So that was probably 7, 8 years ago. So a lot of my subscribers and myself was curious about whatever happened to little John. So a couple days ago we did. It's been a couple days because I'm trying to get my videos put together, clips, and I'll show you these as I narrate the story. But one day we decided, okay, let's go find little John. How are we going to find him? Well, first we're going to go to that elementary school. I know he's not going to be there because he was in 5th grade there and only went to 6th grade. But maybe they could give me some information on what happened to him. Where did he go? I was thinking maybe it was in high school by now. So sure enough, I went there. Gloria stayed in the Blue Boy while I went inside. Today's going to be an interesting day. We're going to go try to find little John. If you don't know who little John is, which recent subscribers, I wouldn't blame you, because the story of little John happened many, many years ago. Well, 7 or 8 years ago. But anyway, I, along with a lot of my other subscribers, want to know what is the update on little John right now. So Gloria and I are getting ready to take off and go to try to find him. And this is how we're going to try to find him. We found him before in an elementary school. And so I'm going to take his picture. I have a lot of pictures of him. And I know he's not going to be in the elementary school, but right next door is also the high school. So the elementary school, I just want to know if they recognize him. And actually, I never got to know his adopted last name, because the fellow who adopted him said he was changing his last name. So, number 1, we're going to go to the elementary school. Number 2, we're going to go to the high school. Number 3, we're going to go to where they used to live. Actually, I say they live. The dad was living there temporarily as a caregiver, or as a caretaker, I think is what it is for a house. But anyway, we're going to go there, and I have pictures of the fella's name's Arnell, and I didn't catch his last name. But hopefully we'll find him, or at least they know what happened to him. So anyway, we're on our way. Let's go. This place looks familiar. This is exactly where I parked when I met little John many, many years ago at this elementary school. I'm not going to take pictures in the elementary school. I'm not going to assume anyway. So if they let me take a picture, I will, but otherwise I'll respect their privacy. So let's go see if they know where he went. So I went to the, I started to go to the, noisy, started to go to the principal's office. The principal was just taking off for a meeting. Principals have a lot of meetings. But I did see the teacher that John was in her room. And she recognized me, Mr. Brown. I said, yeah, I'm looking for John. And they were trying to think what happened. And I said, well, I'm thinking maybe he's in high school. And they said, well, if they remember right, he didn't grade, he came here, he was in 5th grade. And then he went to 6th grade, and then when he went to 7th grade, they said he didn't finish 7th grade, so I don't know what's up with that. But they said that he lives up the hill here. So we're gonna go up the hill, and now we know his last name. See if we can ask the neighbors if they know who he is or where he lives. So they said he lived up the hill, and he had told me before that they have a house, but it's way up the hill. Well, if you know this area, there's all kinds of roads going up the hill. And so I told Gloria, just maybe, perchance we'll run into somebody in the neighborhood, and the way the communication goes around here, everybody knows what's going on. And so I passed several dirt roads that were going up the hill, and I found this. We came across this cement, good-looking road, one lane, but cement, and looked like it was in good shape. I said, let's just go up this hill. Oh man, that thing was steep. Started off like this, and then it went like this, and then it went like this.
I don't know if your car's going to go up to the hill.
Well, we might find out. And I started off in, I've got 5 gears in the tuk-tuk. Started off in 4th gear, went to 3rd right away. And then before long, I went to 2nd gear. Then towards the end, I was in 1st gear going up the hill. So we came up to this Sorry store, which is like a little mom and pop store alongside the road. And there was a man on a scooter there. And I said, let's just pull over, see if he knows anything. And the only thing I knew, of course I knew John's name, and I knew his dad's name, Arnell. So I kind of adjusted the camera so it would show me talking to him. I didn't know if it's going to pick up the sound or not. But anyway, I was talking to the fella, and he said, no, John, wait a minute, sounds familiar. And then the person inside the Sorry store said, yeah, that's John was with Arnell. And I said, do you know Arnell? I said, yeah, he's my friend.
Yeah. She's my friend.
What? I said, well, we're trying to get updated with him. And I told him the story how, we found John and Arnell had taken him in. And he said, yeah, he just lives over there. Pointed, down a side road. See, John, anak niya. Ito. Oo. Yan. So, ano naman yan? Ito, pag mga 11.
So Arnell of John,
Oh,
he take John to go home.
Arnell, nakita yung YouTube video ko.
Oh.
Sabi ko, paano mo lang? Nakita ko yung video mo. Sabi ko sa asawa ko, we have to adopt that voice.
Oh.
Kaya kawawa. So I said, well, there comes a time, by the way, just as a side note, I can talk Tagalog and a little bit of Bisaya, which is Cebuano in this area. But when I want to make sure that I'm understanding with no misunderstandings, come over and talk with my wife. So I told him, can you come and talk with my wife? So he came over.
Honey.
kilala sila. And he and Gloria, you know, talked, and I'm listening, and I'm understanding most of it. Itong asawa ko, ang buhay ko. Tayo sa
Atos ka, Arnel.
Arnel.
Kaya punta na.
Yung bahala.
Kilala siya, si Arnel.
Pero may asawa na.
Si
But it turns out that John had gotten married. What? He could have only been, I don't know, 18, 19. And then you'll see Gloria's reaction when he said, yeah, they had a baby.
Yan na sila, anak.
Oh!
Sa
Oh,
Ang bilis naman.
Oh!
Kaya pala hindi nag-graduate.
what? So John is married and has a baby. So he said, I said, well, are they living with Arnell? He says, no, they're no longer living with Arnell. And well, where would John be? Well, they think that he's doing carpentry work, building, construction, somewhere in Dumaguete. But the bottom line is that John now has a baby and is married and is doing what I understand, some kind of construction work in Dumaguete. So you never know, you know.
Liarner. Sino? Liarner.
Arnel. Okay.
John Brown.
Bud Brown. Thank you, Gloria.
Gloria Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, huh?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. See you later.
Wow, ang swerte. Makilala ikaw.
Huwag na magsayang ng gasolina, ano?
Mm.
Sige na, ulit. Ugotom na ako eh.
Oh,
Okay,
sige.
nice to meeting you.
Nice meeting you. You want to buy something here?
No.
Salamat, huh? I have coincidences and serendipitous events happen to me all the time. I mean, like, what's the chance of us going up the right road and meeting the fellow that was friends with the dad? So we'll see how it goes. To me, the story is pretty much finished, but I would like to see John and meet his family. So that would be nice. But anyway, that's the latest update. Thanks for coming by.